Westech here. Today we'll be taking a look at the Springfield Armory Prodigy. Okay, let's take a look at the Prodigy. This firearm has been out for about a year. One of the big hype around it was the price point. Usually to get into the 2011 scene, you were looking at around $2,000. This originally released at around that $1,500 range, and I think you can find them cheaper now, actually. So I hopped in on it. I did have previous experience. My first carry gun was a 1911 45 government, and so I did switch over to the polymer and M&P specifically, then getting into the Glocks, and just to get into the double stack 1911 game, it was expensive. It was kind of Gucci. It wasn't that reliable and proven, so I kind of steered away for it for the most part. But once this came out, I kind of just took the plunge and went into it, and I think I got it the second day that it was out. So this is a low serial number. Don't regret it. I originally wanted the 5-inch, but ended up with the 4 1/4, and I'm happy with it. So some things right off the top that I've done to it: put an Inforce light on it, primary arms SLX RS10, which happened to just directly mount onto the stock plate that it comes with. So I don't think I'm going to keep that on there, but it's been pretty good so far. I put in an Atlas mid-length flat trigger, which is pretty awesome. Let me clear the weapon. Get to see ghost this trigger real quick. So I say it's about 4 pounds. Let's see the reset. Okay, so it's about 4 pounds. You can see the travel and reset. It's pretty decent. Not a hairpin trigger, but comfortable to carry. Not that I would, but something that I don't got to worry about it just popping off at any second. I got this STI magwell. It did require some fitting. And then I did kind of try to smooth it up and make it more of a bevel. But for the most part, I like it. It has these little indentations, so you could, if you need to, rip the mag out. It kind of lines up with the Prodigy stock base plate, so it's okay. Did a little bit of this goon tape type material, and that was for 2 reasons. I guess the grip on the original Prodigy is really nice, but I'd say I have medium to large hands, and I just want a little bit more circumference, but also was killing 2 birds with 1 stone by deactivating the grip safety. So I never had to worry about that. You'll see a lot of people do that, maybe rubber bands or tie it or just deactivate it altogether and get it pinned. But that is something I like, so I don't have to have a perfect grip on it every time, which you should. But besides that, that's all I really did for the external modifications. Besides that, it would be some polishing and ramping. After I break the gun down, we could take a look inside and see exactly what I did, because these are known to hang up when you rack it back. Sometimes you can get it to stick kind of right there and what it's actually sticking on. It's that disconnector right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. And so you can kind of see it from right here, but I put a little ramp into that piece of metal that would ride over it. So now it never hangs up. Polish the barrel hood a little bit, just for looks. It's been pretty smooth out of the box. Something I also did was file and polish down the hammer right there, just so that the slide is only pushing it down as far as it needs to go to engage. So it's not putting extra tension onto the slide, extra friction, I guess that would be the word, onto the slide. So it could rack real smooth. Also polish the feed ramp. Nothing crazy there. Some things that I'm looking at doing to this maybe are change the optic. I think I'm gonna be looking at a Steiner MPS or that stylus sight. I think I want to go with the Hollow Sun pistol mounted light that they have. I think that lines up a little bit more flush with the 4 1/4 inch. Looking at shielded thumb safeties maybe, and these safeties are okay. It does have, let me see, when you put it down, it does have a little bit of over travel. Nothing major, but something to nitpick at. Sometimes when you grab it, you'll just get that little noise. But I think some shielded thumb safeties would look good. Maybe I'm gonna go with EGW internals. Might make a video on that if I can. Extended slide release. I think that is something that would really benefit this build. It's doable, but it's barely. I'm barely right there. And besides that, maybe down the road, a Genghis port or some kind of a ported option. Experiment with those. I haven't really got into that world yet, but yeah, my overall impressions is I love it. Yeah, it's probably my favorite handgun to shoot. I'll put in some footage of, me running it down, but what about reliability? Yeah, okay, so reliability, like I said, it would hang up on that disconnector some, so I'd say during the first 100 rounds, I would just have a slight failure to go into battery where it would be about like that, if that, just slightly out of battery, and you would just have to, give it a little tap to the back and it would go back in and you'd be fine. After the polishing and cutting that little ramp into that material that I was speaking about earlier, it's been 100%, 115, 124, eats it all. I did lose a screw. Need to put that in. But yeah, besides that, fantastic shooter. No regrets. I love it. All right. If you guys could give me a like, subscribe, comment on what you would want to see here. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.